Scenes are deleted in a movie primarily because the movie's running long and we need to shorten things. There was a subplot where Shakti had been with Palpatine and had been captured, and that they were following her homing beacon to where Palpatine was. When they get off their ships and they start going through the hallways, they found that Grievous had already captured Shakti.
It was a complicated scene to put together, and but a very exciting one. There's something about it, I don't know what it was. There was so much stuff that was in that opening 20-25 minutes sequence. I remember the very first day looking down in the water, and I said, God, I bet you, I just had this funny feeling that, you know, this would be a scene that would go. It didn't for a long time, and it really worked, and it works great. It's a great little sequence.
But we cut it out because there was a lot of material there, and the first sequence, if you will, up until the crash of the Star Destroyer was an hour, and we needed to get it down under a half hour. So a lot of things had to go. Everything that was important in that scene ultimately got moved to the bridge scene, so that we didn't really lose any of the important information. We just did it in a much more economical way. There is an entire subplot with Padme joining the Rebel Alliance with Mon Mothma and Bail Organa. This was really her story that was going along at the same time, but that Anakin was being seduced by Palpatine in the beginning before he turns. Ultimately, we decided that it was very important that we focus on Anakin's story, so it was with deep regrets that I had to let that whole subplot go. The first scene in that series is where Padme is introduced to the Rebel Alliance. So it's a group of senators that got together, decided that they needed to be the loyal opposition, so to speak, to the Chancellor and the proposals that were being made, because everything seemed to be sort of going through the Senate too quickly, and nobody realized what was happening in terms of the continuing power that the Chancellor was gathering up. And this was a group that said enough is enough, and we've got to stop him. We got to start voting against these things, and we got to get others to work with us. The second scene in the Padme and Rebel Alliance series was when there is more and more concern about what Palpatine is doing, and that there is hope that they can give Palpatine a petition that will express their concern about the amount of power that he's gathering, and to see that there is a significant amount of opposition to what is going on. The other purpose of the scene is for Padme to feel out the idea that she maybe could tell Anakin about this. She's not comfortable with the fact that she has to keep a secret from him. The last scene is where Padme presents the petition of the 2000 to Palpatine and tries to get him to back off on his quest for power. And we see that there's a little bit of antagonism between Padme and Anakin about this issue, and that also Palpatine is working to subvert Anakin's trust in Padme. The scene of Yoda, Mace, and Obi-Wan was designed to show the concern that they were having over Chancellor's grab for power, and that there was a lot more intrigue going on with the council over what was going on in the Senate. This scene really was rewritten and put into a scene in the Jedi War Room, where they have a similar discussion, not with Obi-Wan, but with Yoda and some of the other Jedi, and Mace describes his misgivings about what's going on.
What you're about to see now is one of the most painful things for me that were cut out of the movie. It's a scene where Yoda basically arrives in Dagobah. It's that simple. You know, it's no more than 30 seconds long. He arrives, the ship arrives, he establishes the planet. And I was heartbroken when we didn't put it in the movie. I begged George to do it. And I understand the reasons why he didn't.
Looking at the film, we realized that it was more important to really follow the thread of the children and not the thread of all the characters. So we first deal with the mother, then we deal with the father, and then we deal with the two kids. Putting Yoda in there was a bit of unnecessary exposition. We know where he ends up, and we didn't think it was necessary to sort of show that that's where he goes.
But I love that shot. It's a beautiful, beautiful moment, and I'm hoping one day, you know, as he's tinkering away, doing the revised version, that he'll think about putting it back into the film, or if nothing else, you know, I'm very happy that everybody gets a chance to actually see it now.